A social media giant Twitter faces new allegations. It is accused of secretly limiting the accounts of conservative users, even building blacklists to keep certain tweets from trending. Joining us tonight with more is Terry Schilling of the American Principles Project. Terry, great to have you with us. First off, your reaction to all this, especially after former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey testified under oath that the company did not censor conservatives.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Tracy. I love your audience. I love your show. This is not new, right? We conservatives have known about this problem with Twitter blacklisting and shadow banning people for several years now. And what Twitter did was they lied. They committed fraud. They lied under oath in some cases. It's criminal, and we need a full investigation. The thing that's incredible here is essentially Elon Musk thought he was buying a social media company, but in fact, he was buying a crime scene. Not only were they shadow banning conservative leaders, they were working in collusion with Democratic officials to suppress the vote for Republicans and to keep them from getting information out there about President Biden's son, Hunter Biden. It's just totally egregious, and it's totally un-American.
And Terry, can you tell us about exactly, who was targeted by Twitter? Any specific names?
Yeah, one of the biggest names is one of my good friends, Charlie Kirk. Charlie runs one of the largest political action organizations in the country for kids, for college kids and young people, and they suppressed his social media accounts. On top of that, they were suppressing Stanford doctors who were issuing concerns about the COVID response, about the shutdowns and the bogus information that we were getting from Dr. Fauci, which, by the way, we now know a lot of it was lies and misinformation from our government officials. They shut those accounts down and limited their approaches or their reach to the American people. And it was all to uphold lies. It's absolutely enraging. And we need to make sure that there are consequences to this type of un-American and illegal behavior.
Yeah, and Terry, it looks like more details are also surfacing about the 2020 presidential elections and Twitter clamping down on certain voices. Talk to us about that. And do you think Twitter and possibly other big tech platforms played a role in shaping the outcome of the election?
Without question, these big tech social media giants played a role in shifting the 2020 election. That election came down to less than 50,000 votes across those swing states. So absolutely, Twitter most egregiously censored the Hunter Biden story about his laptop with all of the dirty financial deals that Hunter was doing with Ukraine and the CCP and his drug use and prostitution and all this crazy stuff. And why? They claimed that it was because it was from the hacked source. There was no evidence from any government authorities that it was hacked. In fact, there was the exact opposite. There was only proof that it wasn't hacked. That was the biggest thing. And listen, I could point to other examples of them suppressing the election prior, but that's the presidential election, right? There are billions of dollars being spent. There are trillions of dollars at stake that the federal government spends. It's so corrupt. There's so much power here, and they flip the switch for progressives and for Democrats, and we need justice here.
And Terry, so much more we could talk about. Unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you so much for your insights. We always appreciate it.